Super Saiyan 3 Goku has dropped in Gekishin Squadra, and I've seen some discussion about him being play to win. And I kind of wanted to just give my thoughts and opinions on the situation, right? So, if you don't already know, Goku is 250 Dragon Gems, right? So far, from what I have been able to acquire, there was 35 gems I was able to get from just the Season 0 weekly missions. And if we go ahead and look at the Battle Pass and just look at the free side, right? We can see that there is 15, another 15 over here, and then finally 20 Dragon Gems right here on just the free side. So that's 50 Dragon Gems. Meaning, even if you were to complete the entire Season Pass, you were to get every single free-to-play method of Dragon Gems that you could acquire, you still would not be able to get this guy. And not even close. Like, you would need to get almost 3 seasons, basically, in order to just get one character. And they're dropping 3. Right? And after using Goku, he seems so good, right? I think he does have counters. His worst situations are close range situations because you cannot turn this Kamehameha as much as someone can just loop around you or even just vanish behind you. The explosive strike is kind of like the only close range ability you have, and even then, most of the time you want to just go ahead and re-enter that ability just so that way you can go back to where you were and then maybe do another far range ability, right? Even his only escape option, the instant transmission or the explosion strike, I suppose, but I'm not gonna lie, the explosion strike is not gonna get you out of situations as much as the instant transmission is. Can still get you to die, right? But it does get you out. I feel like he's very, very good. I don't know if I would say he's the #1 DPS in the game, but the fact that he's in discussion is what makes people just get frustrated over oh, does that mean that future characters are just going to be this strong or even more powerful? And then we're just going to get into a system of, if I don't own the new character, I lose, basically. And I don't think that that's the case, right? Even if you were to have a Super Saiyan 3 Goku on your team, it doesn't mean you automatically win if the other team doesn't, right? And I feel like that is just how this entire game is, right? If I have a Krillin and I don't have a Gohan, even though Gohan's just far and away the best supporter in the game, that doesn't mean I lose. It's kind of that same light of I could have just regular Super Saiyan Goku instead of Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and that doesn't mean I lose, right? But I do, in my personal opinion, I do believe that this could be a bad trend going forward. I used to play other MOBAs such as Smite, for example, and what used to happen were a lot of times in the beginning, when new characters would come out, they would make them, there was more often than not a clear bias towards those characters, and they would just be far and away better than the others in the game, right? And then after a while, after they dropped, and then the next character came out, then they would nerf that character who was just obscenely OP to make them around the range of the others, right? I don't think that Gekishin Squadra will get into that sort of mindset, and I really hope that they don't, because I love this game, right? And I think that Super Saiyan 3 Goku is fine. I don't believe he's far and away better than everyone else in the game, right? I still think that there's a lot of situations, in my opinion, I think 18 just kind of counters this guy. A person who is just going to be insanely close range, come out of nowhere, and just demolish you. There was times where I didn't even get an ability out. I just died immediately with Super Saiyan 3. And as long as it keeps staying that way, where there is going to be clear counters to units like him, then it's fine. But it has to, like I said, it has to stay that way. It cannot be Gotenks cannot come out and then he's far and away better than Gohan, and then we all have to pay like 250 gems, and then he gets nerfed on the next one because who else would be like another supporter that would come out, like Hercule comes out, and then, you know, Hercule's the best supporter in the game, and then he gets nerfed, and then the next character comes out and it's Brienne or something like that, and then Brienne's the best supporter in the game, and then the next person comes out and she gets nerfed, right? Like, I don't want something like that to happen, and I do not believe that Super Saiyan 3 Goku is like that, because everyone's gonna die in certain situations, and I think they made him balanced. He's very far ranged unit, and the second you get into close range, that's when stuff starts to go downhill. That's when you can get countered in a lot of ways in close range combat, because you are not able to use your Kamehameha, because you can't turn it in time. You are a sitting duck while the person just loops around you. It's situations that make it where he can die so fast. On top of that, he doesn't even go Super Saiyan 3 until level 7. He doesn't even get Dragon Fist until level 7, so he doesn't even have an ultimate until level 7. So he's gonna be like a mid game to late game hero, right? So early game he's still doing pretty bad as well, and it's just like, it's stuff like that, right? That, as long as, like I said, they make clear counters for characters like this, I think we'll be fine. I hope moving forward, though, that they just start adding these characters to the star system. And I've been repeating this over and over and over again in stream and videos and everything. Voice your concerns. If you want characters like Super Saiyan 3 Goku to be just immediately acquirable in the star system and things like that, tell them. Put it in the surveys. Write to them on social media, do all of that stuff. I don't know, as long as you're calm and as long as you are respectful in your stuff, we can hope for them to change things like that. And we hopefully don't have to have this discussion, and we can just have it where characters like Super Saiyan 3 Goku can just be insanely powerful. But guess what? I can just get them for free in the star system anyways. I just have to grind to get to that, right? And I don't have to pay the 250 gems. And like I said, I think that's a fair method. Either you have to grind for multiple hours for multiple days, or you have to pay 250 gems right at the start, like how it was in season 0, you know. But overall, though, I don't think he's pay to win. But at the same time, I really hope it doesn't turn out that way later on. You know, I don't want them to have this game have toxic mechanics like that. I'd rather just have it where we are able to get like excited for new characters and not have to be like, damn, I'm gonna have to fight blah blah blah, and then I'm gonna be screwed, you know. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Like, comment, subscribe to all that good stuff. It really helps out the channel a lot, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.